your friends, we're never a bore. You haven't heard it like this before. Yes, it's time to explore the things we care for. And though your jaw may hit the floor, we're still the weirdos you adore. We're the weirdos next door.
Hello, this is Nobi, he, him,
And this is Nicole, they, she.
and together we are
The Weirdos Next Door.
That was so amazing.
Yeah.
So hello everybody, and it is actually the day before we're going to post this. We finally caught up to our pre-scheduling just because we had a little bit of a little lull in my paying attention to staying on top of this. So we're going to record a few quick end game episodes here, just to kind of get in the can, so that we can, have some regular postings.
Yep, and we have some more recording we're going to do over the next, tonight, after I get home from work.
Okay.
So we'll have some not so Supreme Court chapters coming out soon, because we still have some decisions to discuss there.
All right.
But yeah, let's get started.
All right. How about this one? Who has played the biggest role in our relationship that isn't one of us? Why? And I'll think about an answer as well, because, Yeah, seriously, I mean,
there's
no one introduced us. We just kind of bumped into each other.
literally.
And so I guess it would be like later on when we're together.
Well, it'd be your other partner played a big role in...
And sort of shaping like how our relationship became, because that's sort of been like here's how not to do it.
Well, that, and also like it was the three of us for a while, and it was really good.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Like,
Those are some really good times.
yeah, like that entire relationship is, I think, marked by like really high highs and really low lows.
Yes, much intensity.
So I would say like your other partner at the time, now ex-partner.
And we just said why.
And
okay.
and I would also say, as far as people in our friend circle currently, because there were people who like played little bits and pieces earlier in our lives and that we are no longer friends with.
Right.
But as far as current people, like I can think of the one couple that we have that actually just celebrated their like 13-year anniversary.
Yeah.
This past week. Like maybe less for you, but for me, like I'm incredibly grateful for their presence in our life, because it's not that I want to like put their relationship on a pedestal. Like, neither would I want our relationship to be on a pedestal as, like, this is the perfect relationship.
Well, you can name her.
Well, yeah, like Sarah and Gerbil.
Right. Sarah of what show?
The Squad Ghouls.
Yes, the Squad Ghouls. They're very close friends of ours.
It's not putting them on a pedestal and, like, making them feel like they have to be perfect, but, like, the fact that we have very similar views on how relationships work, and if you want to have the longevity of 13 years, you have to put in the work.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some really hard areas that we all go through, but you have to put in the work if you want to have a functional, truly fulfilling relationship to work long term.
Right. But that's not necessarily why. They,
the why would be like
played the biggest role.
Their support. Like, I know when things were really challenging and tumultuous throughout like that breakup and the like 6 months leading up to it, like I'm really thankful that I met them at a time that I needed them the most.
Yeah, as I look back, I did appreciate Sarah kind of taking you under her wing a little bit and sort of bringing you into the fold with the other, you call them the Boo Crew.
I mean, it's similar to you of I invaded your life and just now they can't get rid of me.
But I did appreciate that group for you, so you wouldn't feel like it was just me.
Yeah, like I'm. It makes me really grateful for the fact that I've got better in my life, as far as I have the friends that are super important. And like, yes, we have our poly and our kinky friends, but like the fact that I have this platonic, amazing group of humans in my life.
Of your vanilla life.
Yeah, like and that's always been the thing of like, you still have to have your friends and your life.
Yeah.
To be able to function.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm I'm very grateful for Sarah and Bree and Dee and everyone that came into my life in that period, because like they supported me through a lot of really difficult stuff and have continued to do so with family things, and I mean with mom. I mean, the last few years would have been much harder without all of them.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, then what about you? Who would you say influences our relationship that isn't us?
I just agreed. I'm moving on.
All right then.
But it's true though. I mean,
yeah,
that
it's
was just
true.
appreciated, but I didn't see really anybody else like having that impact on our relationship. I think it allowed you to like, have an outlet so you didn't go insane,
Yeah.
just dealing with me and my crap. So I appreciate that. That's sort of like you go ahead, go. You go you go to those Halloween haunts and shit like that, and I'll stay home, just
Smoke a lot of weed.
and chillax.
Make things. Play with
Yeah,
cats.
yeah. No, it's like I'm just not into that kind of stuff, and you know how much I feel about jump scares.
Yeah, no, and I've never asked you to.
I know.
I always ask you if you'd like to go.
Yeah.
Like, because it's that I want you to at least ask me. I want to feel like I'm welcome.
I know I'm welcome.
So I always try to make sure that you know that if you want to go.
I know I'm welcome, but I can be a little antisocial sometimes,
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm gonna say it, and I said it before. Y'all get really loud, and it hurts my ears.
What?
All right.
We get excited.
I know. It's okay to get excited. All right. What's your favorite memory you wish we shared? So this is like whole lifetime, or is it like during our time together?
Well, I would assume that since it says that I wish you shared, it'd be an experience that I had that didn't include you.
But during our time together. Is that correct?
I don't know. I think it's just period overall.
Okay, how about this? We come up with like two answers. One, like where I could have possibly joined. Mm-hmm. And then one where like, we didn't know each other. How about that?
Okay.
I'll think of the same.
I mean, one where you could have possibly joined would have been the cruise.
Yeah. For me, that you couldn't have joined because we didn't know each other was like my first camping experience with the Kinky crew.
Yeah.
It was a Kinky camping, was it, or something like that.
Yeah.
And that was a really sort of like a pivotal moment for me, being exposed to like all these people in the lifestyle, but we're also camping outdoors, and it was like.
And that was about 6 months before we met,
Yeah.
and 2 months before I like got ingrained in like the actual public scene.
Yeah.
Because right after I joined the public scene was the spring one, but I didn't go to it because I was too nervous.
Is that the one I went to? No, I went to the fall one.
Yeah, we went to the fall one
Did
together.
I go to the spring one? I feel like I might have, but I don't recall exactly.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But yeah, for me that would have been, I went alone, which like it's like one of those things like I don't really do, being sort of like an extroverted introvert.
Yeah.
And actually, like some of the community leaders there remarked to me later after we became friends. They're like, "Oh wow, Noe showed up. We just met him last week at a lunch or something like that, and like said, hey, why don't you come join this?" I was like, "I'll do it," and I like fired up the zombie van and like just came out there and I got my spot and and just like sat around like feeling all like a creeper. I was having imposter syndrome heavy.
Well, you were also very new.
Right. So actually, that's where I learned. That was my first contact with rope. Learning to like actually tie somebody with rope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as far as one before we met, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't do much. I had a very not sheltered life, but it's like we didn't have the money to travel or do big trips or have like those kinds of experiences. So like I don't know about like before. Like what? I wish you had been at my high school graduation. Like that's weird.
Okay, okay, stop. That's really super weird. All right.
Oh, something we could have experienced together. You didn't answer that part.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't really have something that we could have not experienced together.
Yeah.
Age gap problems. Like, but you had a whole life before me. Like, is there any?
I cannot picture you in my previous life
Right?
because
It's like-
that was a previous life, and
Me just bopping around with your wife and kids.
Yeah, would be like, super poly, right? I actually wanted to be poly, when my wife at the time had strayed on me. And I said, okay, you had your fun, but we're still together, right?
Yeah, I
And
think
there was
y'all
a-
just didn't have you didn't have the vocabulary for it.
And
You
I
didn't
got-
have the toolbox to get there.
But I said, like, okay, you had your fun, we're together still. And I got the response of, we had a good run. We should just... And, to be honest, I think my ex-wife is way much better off without me because I am a handful, and I think I was very entrenched in the the social mores and norms. I was doing the whole pull yourself up by your bootstraps and
Toxic
work,
masculinity,
and we worked
bullshit.
I was working 80 to 100 hours a week.
Yeah,
was
work,
always
drink,
working.
and smoked yourself into a
Always
heart
working.
attack in your
If
40s.
if I wasn't whining and dying clients, I was throwing team building things for my team to keep them motivated. And at that time in my life, it was booze. Advertising and booze were hand in hand. Look, it was like Mad Men. It's like always holding a cocktail or something like that, right? And so I took that, I went to the extreme with that. And every office I moved in had a bar.
Yep.
And converted the agency that I joined, to have an open alcohol policy because of me.
Yeah, I'm glad
Yeah.
we met after that stage because I would not have liked you.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for giving that up and changing. I appreciate it.
Oh, I'm gonna let you pick because there's 5 here. They're all solid, but I have picked 2. You can start asking some questions. I did pick 2, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I did.
What excites you most about our future?
The possibility of growing the polycule, because I think that's kind of the dream of having, and it's interesting. Everybody seems to be having this dream. I was get together with my best friends and have a little commune. Mm-hmm. It makes even more sense now, given the current state of everything.
Yep.
But I'm most looking forward to when we can fully realize that we are, if not
a functioning
100%,
polycule.
yes, a functioning, happy KTP, kitchen table poly, or what was the other one you said? It's now
Garden party poly.
Garden party polycule. I'm not sure about garden. Seems very casual.
That's kind of the point.
Okay.
Think of it. It's literally think of that that solstice party we had, or we were part of in the early bits of our relationship.
It was literally a garden party.
It was literally a garden party. We had it was a vanilla garden party, but guess what? We had a bunch of our kinky friends showed up, and we all just kind of coexisted, and we're happy. And
Yeah.
and it's people that you don't have to force your metamors to get along, but hey, I would like us, if I have a birthday party, I would like y'all to be able to be there and be kind to one another, bare minimums here.
Yeah. What was the question again?
What excites you most about our future? So the realization of the poly dream.
Right. And the other one is what we've been working towards of being totally, if not 100% off the grid, reliant on any sort of public utilities or anything like that. At least living a sustainable life.
Yeah.
And living off the land and subsisting without counting on anybody else, because I don't think we're going to be able to count on anybody, especially the government.
Yep.
Although, I'm not even going to mention what's going on in politics right now. All right, what else? You want to ask another question, or is there more?
I would say what excites me most about our future is kind of just it's wide open, which I guess is the whole definition of that. But it's gonna be what we decide to make of it. what you and I together decide to make of
So
it.
you're saying you're excited about our future because we have so many possibilities and opportunities. Is that because we've started so many businesses? Like I've just started a jewelry business.
No, it's just, yes, I want us to have a happy, full of love, super hot all the time polycule.
Yeah. That's not going to happen. That's not going to be 100% time.
No, not 100% time. Like, this is real life.
Yeah.
But I do. I hope that that is one day in our future. I wish more partners for you. I wish more partners for me.
Yeah.
Partners together, partners separately. Like, I do. I want that in our future.
Okay.
And yeah, just being able to like exist in this world, which would mean like stabilization of incomes and all that kind of fun
The
stuff.
chicky
But
burbs are super loud. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but I'm sitting.
they're squawking.
We're in the main room, and I, of course, am sitting on the couch, the end of the couch that's closest to the window, our single pane like melting windows, and the birds are out there like they see me going like, "Snack Daddy, where's the snacks? Brings the snacks." Anyway,
All right, so I guess another question. What's something we still haven't figured out? Why?
I we haven't figured out how to grow anything on a regular basis. We tend to like do really great, and then we both fall into a slump, and then we have like wasteland of dead like blueberry bushes and things like that. So I think that, and why is because I think of our ADHD and our depression, where we go in the troughs, and like this last time you and I both kind of synced up, and that's why we like kind of fell off as far as like even doing the podcast for 6 months, and I think that's why.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Or do we want to talk about something more like relationship-y
I mean, do you have something that's more relationship-y?
What was the question again?
What's something we still haven't figured out and why? So yeah, like that would be a physical manifestation.
Yes.
And I think that's also because, like, not to say you haven't been helping, but because of our current situation where you're dealing with a pain flare of much significance, like, we haven't been able to do as much filling in the holes for each other.
That's super annoying to me because, like, you know, if y'all, I'm still suffering from a sciatica flare-up. It seems like it's been going on 3 months now, and looking back, I realized it started as early as high school for me, and I was always like having lower back problems, and even like when I was like a younger adult, I remember having to carry around a little camping stool so that I could like sit down in front of the paint section at Home Depot and like read the colors because I couldn't stand in one, you know, for very long. And looking back and renting a wheelchair for Disneyland, which is great because you go to the front, of course, but still, it's like, you know, is that the solution? Just like, oh, you can, like, we rented a wheelchair for me for the convention. So I forgot what the question was again. Did I just go off tangent?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
What's something we still haven't figured out and why? So we were talking about, like, we haven't been able to fill in the holes for each other. And yeah, then you went tangential.
Sorry about that. Okay, what have we not figured out?
Yeah, we were going to talk about a relationship manifestation.
We haven't figured out how to win over my parents. I mean, it's not like they hate the idea of us.
Yeah.
They just like, I think, are very uncomfortable with the idea of us, which is odd because I think it's triggering my mother because her mother died when I think my mom was in college at the time, and then my grandfather remarried, but married a woman younger than all his kids, or like, yeah, I think younger than all the kids.
Yeah.
And so I think
Our situation brings up lots of those feelings.
yes, and I think one of the first things she said to me was like, yes, I know my father, blah, 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 but I'm still uncomfortable with it, blah, blah, blah. So I think it's just like they are so deeply ingrained against age gap relationships, how it's been such a a taboo.
Yeah.
That they're not mean to us. They're not mean to you. They're not dismissive to you. They're just like they just don't like engage with you unless absolutely have to.
Yeah.
So I think
which for me it just feeds that rejection sensitive like they hate me.
They don't hate you.
I know, but like that's how my fucked up brain receives it, is like the very rejection sensitive. Oh, we have a Kit Kat visiting too.
I don't know. Where's the kid? Oh, which one is that one? That is
Stripey.
The gray striped one. He's rather large, and I think he stopped now outside the chickens to check them out.
He was also hunting squirrels.
Oh, good for him.
There were squirrels running on the fence, but yeah, we haven't figured out how to. I don't know how to integrate with your parents.
Yeah, and it may never happen.
Yeah.
And we just have to be okay with that and live with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's things we just have to accept.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with the physical manifestation of like we haven't figured out our plant situation. We have a solution. It's just a matter of getting there. We want to get into our irrigation systems.
Yeah.
Which would, remove us from the situation.
Yes, and we do have this giant cube that can hold 300 and some odd gallons of water that we got for like, $80, something like that. Yeah. And that was supposed to be our rain collection.
Yeah, but we haven't done the gutters yet.
We have no gutters.
And yeah, as far as a relationship manifestation, I mean, yeah, there's bits of how to bring you together with my family, but that comes with a lot of added stuff at this time.
Yeah.
And then there's the bit of like, but do I even care about some of it? Do I? But I think there's bits of figuring out how to, better live and exist together. Because we still have times where for no reason we get into like little we get into little tips, but like individually we get like very overwhelmed and very activated.
Yeah.
So it's still like just figuring out how to best communicate together, and but I think that's going to be just a constant journey that we're on.
Yeah, I agree. And it's part of growth and everything, yeah?
Yep.
So that kind of wraps up this episode. We do really appreciate y'all listening to us, all three of you. We are steadily growing our viewership, and I think we just recently we dropped under like 1,300th in the world for comedy reach. Yep. So we're doing okay.
Yeah, one of these days we'll do a Weirdos by the numbers and talk about some of the things we've accomplished in the over a year that we've been doing this now. Because we have some new countries that have been listening to us, so welcome. That's been super exciting to see where we're getting listens from.
Yeah.
Some of them have been kind of surprising.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be back soon with some more not so Supreme Court, and probably
we have fur baby news.
Yeah, we have some fur baby news,
some sad news, and some
yeah. It's one of those news. We have some good news and we have some bad news.
If you follow us on Facebook, the Weirdos on Facebook,
yeah, you already know.
You would know. But either way, please do check out weirdosonline.com.
Yeah, that'll get you to all of our pertinent links and get you to where you want to go.
And send us a message, or let us know what you like about our show. We'd love to hear.
Yeah, if you have a topic that you want us to discuss or anything like that.
A question you want us to answer? Happy to. Anyway, that's it for now. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.
Ta-ta.
Smash your social mores with the Weirdos next door.